Hi everyone, I'm in Baikal Lake deep into Siberia and you just watched my experiences in north of Olkhon Island in first part of this video. And today I'm starting the second part of my video. I'm going to south of Olkhon Island and later I will go to Irkutsk city. I'm here for about a week and today is the coldest day of my trip. It's minus 30 degrees. Minus 30, full of snow, I'm frozen, but no problem at all when you love traveling. Good morning, it's another day in Baikal. I want to show you something. First of all, that chair just fell down because of the wind yesterday night. It was extremely crazy last night. They also told us about today will be so cold. I just checked the forecast and it's minus 28, 29 degrees today. So that's the coldest day of my trip. I had wind all the night in my window and right now the electricity is gone just because related to the wind for the friends. So leaving the crazy cold little bit. Morning. Just going to the breakfast. Then my day will start. Today I will be traveling to the south of Olkhon Island. Crazy cars, you can see they are Soviet design and still in production in Ulyanovsk region of the country. You will see them many times in my videos during the Irkutsk Baikal travel. So these cars are amazing. I even would compare them with Land Cruiser, you know, they are going into everywhere you can imagine, water, snow, anything, any condition. They are very rough, very simple, but they are 4x4, really amazing cars. I'm in Olkhon Island, that's an island inside Baikal Lake that's pretty big. And yesterday I was in north side and today we will have points in the south side. It's really cold weather today, we have minus 30 degrees. They said tour will be a little bit shorter because of the crazy cold. They went cold in Siberia for this. I'm inside was Bukhanka, the car with
the best pilot.
The best pilot, you can see. The best pilot, Sami Harasho, pilot, вы можете. We have guys from Moscow and Chelyabinsk. So,
And Vladivostok.
and Vladivostok.
Yeah, these girls.
Someone from Vladivostok near Japan, you know.
Moscow, Chelyabinsk, Vladivostok.
Moscow, Chelyabinsk, 10,000 kilometers.
Yeah, man.
Russia is too big. Totally on a different planet. That's not Earth for sure. I'm just left out of our world. Here I'm on a lake on the island, and that lake is pretty small as you can see around. It's totally frozen, and you can see the cars here. We were just drifting on the lake just a few minutes ago, and now I see the lake. If you look closer, it's frozen in a totally different way. It's not just ice. When you look inside the ice, you see all the story below. Just below is the water. You can see it's amazing. I can't explain. I stopped speaking because it's insane. southern part of the island. There's a kind of top, and there's crazy wind here. I can't even describe it. I'm so frozen. I have to run to survive. I'm just climbing to one top point. Where can I make a picture? I'm right back to the car immediately. You can hear the wind. Just have been out to somewhere where it was kind of the southern. We've just been in the southernmost point of Olkhon Island. It was pretty high, and it was extremely windy. I was almost lost my hands. I felt. Now we are down to kind of, let's say, beach that's all frozen, but you can see the weather is much warmer, much better here. The wind is much less, and you can see the mountains just behind me. Here you see the toilets in the middle of nowhere. They just placed this for tourism. Really, it reminds me a lot the Iceland. It was almost the same concept. Here is our Bukhanka's best friend, which survive any weather condition. And here again the magnificent, unbelievable view of the island. Almost all the day inside the cars, but we are having just little breaks such as this just behind me, and then there is a connection there where we can have. You see almost everywhere these cars, and of course the frozen little lakes, and here we have one more lake. I found a little cave here. I can say that it's warm, considering that minus 30 degrees. There are everywhere such water comes and frozen there, and they are all frozen here. There are little caves somewhere you can find to get warm a little bit. Cave is a good point for pictures. And it's really amazing. It's like another planet. End of the day, I just arrived to my hotel and I wanted to have a walk down to the beach side of Siberia and to have a look at the sunset. Sun is going down on our village here, and you can see these smoky things over the lake. It's all frozen and the weather is magnificent. It's so beautiful. The village is full of these wooden houses. These are hotels actually, but the local ones are pretty much similar. And you can see far away the village, the town. The lights are on slowly. Tomorrow morning I'll be walking to the town center probably. Here you can see one of these traditional cars. I'm still far, but the beach started. You can see the sand on the ground, and there are lots of snow here. Siberian sun is about to go down. The night is coming pretty early. It's not even 5 p.m. yet. And this view is amazing. Definitely amazing. It seems endless. I will try something today which I've never been trying before: ice skating. I will go to rent these shoes for skating on my size, and I will be trying it on the frozen lake of Baikal, of course. It's minus 27 degrees today, but it's sunny, so I don't really feel the cold. Yesterday was a crazy wind, that's why I was almost unable to go outside. Today looks pretty good. So wish me luck with the ice skating. I hope I don't break somewhere, I don't damage somewhere. Let's see, let's enjoy this skating thing. And of course we are going all the way with these buhankas. I will have chance to spend more time with buhanka because we will drive on the lake. We need to find a very clear lake, because as I've heard, people enjoy more with this. When the lake is clear, it's much more fun to have ice skating on it. Even there's a movie in Russia, it's pretty famous these days. That's why people are coming to Baikal for this ice skating. And probably Bukhanka will be right on the ice, and we will have... So probably I will see these crazy Bukhankas even drifting on the ice today. And I'm inside this immortal Bukhanka. Inside is pretty simple, you can see. There's a tape player, there is the speed, and just a little bit of information, some basic controls. And here you can see most interesting part. There are three of different gears in Bukhanka. You can arrange them depending on what you need on the road. I just got these ice skating shoes. I'm pretty afraid, but probably it's easier than it seems. skating here, the winter is definitely not boring. I can clearly see what kind of fun people have found themselves to spend the winter in this extreme cold. I'm also skating, but unfortunately that's all you can see about me skating today, because it's my first time, and first time is more than impossible for me. I'm getting a hard time. I'm just rounding around this crazy car, but I can say that I slowly began to be better and better. Even I came here without the car. Here I get even more crazy. I'm using loop pattern. Definitely crazy. I'm just riding this Bukhanka car, and I can say it's fun. By myself on the skate, so in the middle of this lake. So right below me, it's they say if it holds time 1.5, maximum 2 meters. The lake is frozen, one of the lakes. So probably under me there is a water below 1 meter, 1.5 meter, but it feels you really relaxed, especially seeing these crazy cars driving, drifting on the lake. If you look at the surface of the ice, you will see millions of scratches. Probably half of them are done with me. I can say it's an easy thing for the first time, but I can feel that it's not really difficult. If I would be spending several hours, maybe several days, I'm sure I would be riding it pretty easy. Something like cycling. Actually, when you learn how to use bicycle, it takes days, but when you know it, you never forget it, and you enjoy it, and you almost never mistake. I took out my skate shoes. I have the normal shoes, but still I had the feeling I have the skate shoes. I'm trying to push myself toward, and that's why I'm falling down even walking them. More about Bukhanka. It gets the name from the bread Bukhanka because the car is exactly that special Bukhanka bread shape, as you can see. So that car's brand is UAZ, that means Ulyanovsk Automobil Zavod, Ulyanovsk Automobile Factory. Where is Ulyanovsk? It's eastern part of Russia. It was in the western part, and in Second World War, because of the danger of war, they carried many industries, including this UAZ factory. Of course, it was prepared with the army standards because of the Second World War. During the time it was started production, that's why it has a kind of immortal situation. It can survive in any conditions. People are joking here that it will survive even on the space. So that crazy Bukhanka has a technology from the years Second World War years. So it's a really basic technology which is good and which is bad, of course. The price is approximately $10,000, which I was checking on the website of the company. And inside of the car is pretty simple. If you ever come to Baikal, you'll be seeing, you'll be probably getting of these buhankas many times. And probably in the other areas of Russia, immortal stars are used on nature. End of the incredible days in nature of Baikal Lake. I'm leaving back to the mainland to the Irkutsk side. So these Bukhanka ones will take us to the coast, and then we will have a short trip on the ice, and then have a 5 hours bus drive to Irkutsk city. And tomorrow I will be in Irkutsk. Of course, this is my best friend Bukhanka will take us out of the island. I used Baikal Terra Tours. I will put the Instagram account here below, so you can just have a look at their tours and you can contact if you have questions, or you can get your tours directly. They are pretty good and they took care of everything pretty good. I will also write in the descriptions about Baikal Terra Tour, so you can check if you are interested in this Baikal area. Next destination, Irkutsk city. Good morning, another day in Siberia. So I'm finally in Irkutsk city after great week in Baikal Lake, north and south of Olkhon Island. I arrived yesterday evening to Irkutsk city, and I will walk around the city and know what is around, what is in this beautiful city. Irkutsk is considered kind of capital of the Siberian area. There are different zones, different regions in Siberia, of course, but Irkutsk is the main capital of Irkutsk Oblast, Irkutsk region, and it's one of the biggest cities of Siberia. There are approximately 600,000 people here, but that's considered a big city for the area. What makes Irkutsk so beautiful? There is an unusual reason behind it. In the Tsar times, like hundreds years ago, before Soviet Union, it was considered city to exile the people which the government doesn't like. For example, the Tsar doesn't like one political movement. The people from the artists that they don't like, they sent them to Irkutsk, to the Siberia, to spend time there and to be away from the control of the country. When you are a politician and you don't like some guys who are against you, who has votes against you, the artists, the counter politicians, these are probably smart guys and they are pretty skilled, pretty interesting people, you know. And when the Tsar sent these people to Irkutsk, they started to settle here and to create beautiful things in the city. All these interesting politicians, interesting artists moved to this city and started to creating interesting architecture, interesting parks. They started in interesting education to their children. So the city, Irkutsk city, which is out of nowhere in these days, started to be created into a beautiful town, beautiful, rich area. is my favorite guy in Irkutsk. It's a Siberian tiger. Its name is Babur. The name comes from a Persian word. They call it Babur, and it's a special kind of this region. If you look close, it's a holding an animal on his mouth, which he just catched probably. If you look at the flag of Irkutsk, it's really interesting, really cute one. I will put somewhere here so you can see it. You see also a Babur holding the animal on his mouth with cute eyes. I really like it, and I can say that till now that's my best friend in Irkutsk. And here you see one of the main churches of Irkutsk, just right beside the Babur. I'll have a quick walk to this church and we'll make some shot on them because the labor of the details are pretty interesting, as I read before. Of course, there are many churches in Irkutsk, and plenty of them are built in this interesting, beautiful design, such as this one. I just walked to the coast of Angara River. That's a famous river in this area. It has very economical effects on the area. I walked beside the Angara River, and before having a walk, I just wanted to visit the other interesting church. I can say that Angara River right behind me is the economical heart of the area for many years. More than 50 years ago, they built a strong, widely servicing hydroelectric central to give electricity to the area. But beside this, Angara River and its related industrial plantations supplied many infrastructure to the industry of the area. There are many different industrial plantations here in Irkutsk and around in the region, but the most interesting, most noticeable one is Sukhoi factory, the famous Su-30 fighter jet of Russia. That's pretty famous and pretty advanced comparing to the competitors, and it's manufactured here in Irkutsk in Sukhoi factory. Another more interesting thing about Sukhoi, a few years ago with a big organization they set up in Russia kind of a united aircraft factory. It's including Sukhoi, Ilyushin, Tupolev, 5 most important airplane factories, companies, manufacturers of Russia has been united under one company, and they are a more competitor, and probably they will share their R&D sources. Why a company like Sukhoi, an important aerospace company here in Irkutsk, out of nowhere, almost end of Russia, near to Japan-Korean border? Probably the main reason, not probably, I'm sure that the main reason was the Second World War effect. They wanted to set up their production, especially army and strategical production plant far from Europe, which in case of an invasion from Europe, they could be safe here and keep supplying weapons, aerospace tanks to the Europe side in case of war. Right behind me you see icebreaker Angara. That's one of the oldest icebreakers in the world. You know, Irkutsk and Baikal Lake is frozen almost half of the year in the winter, so the ice is a serious issue in Irkutsk Baikal region. And before the railway was established in around Baikal area to have the transportation, people were using the ships And in the winter, when the lake is frozen, they had to use these icebreakers to keep the transportation going on. But after the setup of railroad around Lake Baikal, these kinds of old icebreakers finally turned to a museum kind of approximately 50 years ago. That's a pretty small icebreaker comparing to the current ones we are using today. It's definitely not nuclear powered. I was in Murmansk, northern port city of Russia, about 2 years ago, and I had chance to have a visit inside Lenin icebreaker. It was a pretty big. It was also old, but it was much bigger, and it was a nuclear powered icebreaker. So that's the second one I've seen in my life actually. An icebreaker like that is definitely one of the most important things you need in your life if you are living in Irkutsk or this region. Right now I'm walking on the Angara river, which is connecting to the Baikal. So you can see people driving, having motocross with their motorbikes, fishing, of course, the guys. They will make windsurfing, skating on the ice. That's what you see is the river entirely closed with ice as usual in Siberia. That was the trip I ever had with the most ice in my life, definitely. In Baikal Lake, in the region, in Irkutsk, in all Siberia and the roads where I have been, I saw ice everywhere, all covered. I saw very low degrees. I was in minus 30, minus 35 degrees, but that was definitely okay. It definitely worth it. I saw our Mother Earth, our nature in very different forms. It was actually many times I had the feeling that I was in Europa, the satellite of Jupiter. It was kind of a different planet for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. 3 videos with the starting from Moscow. I had New Year celebrations. Then I was in Olkhon Island over the Baikal Lake, north side, south side, and today I had my final day in Irkutsk city, the main city in Siberia. If you haven't watched yet the other first 2 videos in this video series you just started in this video, I will also put the link of these 2 videos below in the descriptions. That was my first travel video series on our Bulunmaz YouTube channel, but I will definitely keep shooting new videos about my travels. I'm traveling for business or for my life, many places in the world pretty often. So if you have any idea, if you want to see your country or if you want to see any special countries travel video on our YouTube channel, just write in the comments below any country and I will try to make a shoot video whenever I am in these countries. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. That will be a great support for me. So thank you very much for watching us. See you again in the next videos.